This is the first part in a restoration series, maybe not restoration, but a series of setting up my new table saw. This is a Delta 34 dash number, not sure exactly, I forget what it is. It was made in the mid 90s. It was a 3-phase, 3 horsepower wood cutting machine. I picked it up for the princely sum of $350 Canadian, which in 2026 doesn't seem all that bad. It's a lot of table saw for not that much money, especially when you compare it to the price of a new job site saw or something like that. The guy that I had bought it from had his shop broken into, and some people had cut the wires and made off with them, and he just didn't feel like getting it fixed, so I picked it up from him. He thankfully had a forklift, which made getting it into the trailer so easy, which is one of the problems with buying a used table saw from anyone. How do you transport it? So this is me figuring out the back end of transporting it. I have to take it apart, completely disassemble it. So I'm figuring out how to take off the fence and the extension table. And this one, you can kind of see that yellow thing that is General Excalibur, or Excalibur General, telescoping dust collection arm. I was quite happy that it came with that. That's a neat addition. Hopefully it will actually help with the whole dust collection idea. This is one of those fun situations where all the screws and sockets used are different. So obviously I've finally gotten the table off, but there were quite a few different heads and sizes for sockets. I had to detach it from the fence, and then there's also this like undercarriage, this other table support thing that seems to have come with the Delta. It's the same Delta blue. I don't know what color that is, that grayish blue color. So that bolts to the machine, and then the fences bolt to the other assembly, and then you can put an extension table on, which is quite useful. So this one it's 30 inches, which I think 50 inches would be a bit large for the shop size that I'm running. But 30 inches is good. It's great. It's better than what I had before. And this one comes with it's not the Unifence. It's a Delta T-style fence, which I don't know if there's a name. It looks like one of the general T fences that I've used before, or the Besemeyer. I've never heard that word said, but I read it all the time in forums and whatnot. So I finally got off the dust collection, and I am just going to set about taking off the top. one of the previous owners had gone to a good amount of sealing the inside of the table saw. You can see all that orange business, that's expanding foam, and there's a lot of examples of that. They sealed the tabletop, all the air holes in there. They taped up every hole that there was, leaving kind of yucky residue. So that is part of my cleaning process. It's, yeah, that orange stuff was all pretty gross. It's not fun to get off, but it is what it is. The guy that I bought this from, he had a shop that sold some kind of siding, and it's like it was mixed with some amount of aluminum or something. All those shavings, it wasn't just, it looks metallic in the video. I don't know what it was, but that stuff was everywhere, and it was worse than sawdust, metallic-y sawdust. Ugh. But it wasn't just straight aluminum shavings either, so don't know what that was. Here I have finally got off the top. Yay. Man, that thing is a beast. It's so heavy. And yeah, you can see all in there. It is just covered with that stuff. I worked a long time on this motor. I could not figure out how it was held in. Turns out it's just one bolt and then some kind of a friction fit punch. I watched as many videos as I could to see how people did it, but no one really had a video of taking it apart that I could find, at least, so I had to figure it out myself. This motor is around, I don't know, 60 or 70 pounds or something like that. It's a beastly little piece of metal. I was so concerned about getting my fingers caught in somewhere or something like that. So I thought that the pulley would help to kind of hold it up. And I finally got that motor off. That took a long time. It was hard and heavy. Just had to get out that punch, but now that that is empty, I will actually attempt removing it by myself. Let's see about that. At this point, I'm realizing it's not quite as heavy without the motor and top as I thought it would be, which was grand because I was able to, just tilt it back, and all I had was the dolly, but that was all I needed. It was perfect. Just tilt it back safely now. There we go. Gently. That looked like MDF. Wasn't MDF. Just years and years of sawdust built up. More on that later. You get to see everything It'll be fun. But I got it into the workshop, and this is probably, well, within a foot or two of where it will live in real life later on. And right, when you're working with a blade, you probably just want to get it out of the way. So this is me trying to get it out of the way, but realizing that I don't actually have the correct arbor wrench for this. It's a 7/8 arbor wrench, but it's the really thin kind. Alas, I tried the one from my skill table saw, but that one is I think that one is a 5/8. All the job site saws seem to be 5/8, but this is a 7/8. So trying to block it off, but it didn't work out. And to this day, what day is it now? This is like a week and a half after. I still have not got the blade out, but that is neither here nor there. So a big inspiration for even like doing this was Mike Farrington. He did a full 60s or 70s Rockwell Delta restoration, and he does the whole 9 yards. He takes it all apart. It's quite impressive, something to aspire to. But I'm a weekend warrior, and I don't even have that many weekends to do this kind of stuff, so I'm just gonna get it functioning, clean it up a bit. I'm not going to do any of the spray painting. I'm not taking off the arbor assembly. Oh yeah, this bag. It was a bag of heavy sawdust. It's crazy. I just want to get it working again. It was a 3-phase. I don't have 3-phase, so when I spent $350, I knew I would be buying a motor as well, and I have actually found a drop-in replacement from another table saw, so that'll be coming in the mail. Thank you, US Post. That's pretty much it for now, because in a couple seconds I realize that my video just gets cut off. So thanks for watching.